Welcome to Module 1. This is where we're going to hop into a spreadsheet and actually go over, first of all, just some basic functionality. How do we move around? How do we do things? What's up with the taskbar? What are functions? What are formulas? The difference between them. If you know all this stuff and this is old hat to you, you can skip on through it. We're not going to spend a lot of time here though, and we are going to use the spreadsheet that we start creating right now in the rest of the course. I'm going to be using a personal budget example. I've been using these for about as long as I've been using spreadsheets to track my own finances because I like to manually put stuff in here, share it with my wife. We both have the ability to access it, and it does a lot of stuff automatically for us. So we're going to use that for all of our sections. So we're going to go over like basic functions and formulas. Then we're going to get into conditional formatting. Then we're going to go to data validation and drop downs. We're going to do advanced functions and automations, charts and data visualizations. And finally, as I mentioned in the introduction, we're going to give a preview of using AppScript, which is programming. I mean, it's legitimate programming, but it's very powerful. So it's going to be very interesting. We're going to build on everything that we do in each of these modules. So I hope that you will enjoy. And here we go. Let's hop into a Google Sheet. If you type in sheets.new, it'll take you straight to a blank Google Sheet. Now, this happens for me because I'm already signed into the browser with my Google account. If you're brand new to all that, let's just open up a incognito window. We can come over here to sheets.new and it'll take us to this, a sign-in page. Now, if you don't already have a Google account, it's super easy to sign up for one. Chances are you already have one of these, so just sign in. If you don't, though, just create one for personal use. It's all free. And then you'll have Gmail, then you'll have Sheets, and all of the other Google applications. Now let's talk about what we see here. For the complete beginner, this is a spreadsheet. So a spreadsheet, I'm going to zoom in here. And actually, I'm going to get rid of my face because it's going to block some of what we want to see here. And if I ever leave my face there, please yell at me. What we're going to see here is columns indicated up here by these letters. So columns are named by letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way through the alphabet. And then if you were to add more, then it goes A, B, A, C, A, D. So you can add tons and tons of columns. Google Sheets gives you A through Z out of the gate. And down here, we've got rows. These are just numbered 1 through however many rows. And it goes down to 999, or actually goes to 1,000 out of the gate. But as you can see here, you can add 1,000 more if you want, or 1,000 more than that. So there's 3,000. There are pretty generous limits. You can get some crazy big Google Sheets. And if you're in Microsoft Excel, as you may know, you can get even bigger over there. Okay, what are all these grid lines? Well, in here, these are the cells. That's what we call this. This is cell A1. So we reference the location by the letter of the column and the number of the row. So if I wanted to go to F13, that'd be down here. And incidentally, as you can see, you can just click into any cell that you want. It's different from a Word document in that you can just click down in the middle here and just start typing stuff in if you want. You don't have to start at the beginning of a line and click enter or anything. Okay, so you can use your mouse to click around. You can also use your arrows. So you can just go like this. And if you want to go really fast, you can hold the control button and press your arrows. This will take you to the next cell where something is. And if nothing is in any of these cells, it'll take you to the end of these columns. It took me all the way to the end here. So if I had something written here, then I can just warp straight to it pretty much by clicking Control and the arrow. Same thing going down, up and down, it takes you to the next active cell, or the next cell with a value in it rather. Final couple shortcuts just for navigation purposes. If you hold Control Home, it'll take you to the very top leftmost corner of the spreadsheet, and Control End down to the bottom right of the spreadsheet. As you saw me do, you can add columns by just highlighting, or if we want to just add one, you can just click here and then right click and you can say insert column to the left or the right. If you click and then hold Shift, And then click again, we can select all of these columns and we can insert that many columns to the left or right, or we can delete those columns. And there's many other actions we can take too. Same thing holds true for inserting or deleting rows. We can insert however many we have highlighted or delete that same number. Now down here at the bottom, let's go to the bottom first and then we'll come up to the top. At the bottom, this is our sheet name. So when you open up a Google Sheet, its naming convention is a little deceptive. What we have here is actually a workbook. So this is the spreadsheet. Excel calls it a workbook, so I often will think of it that way. But this whole collection is a spreadsheet, and you can add sheets to the spreadsheet. So this is sheet 1, and let's just name this our budget. And we can click this little add button down here to add another sheet, and we're going to name this categories. All I'm doing here is double clicking in here to rename these. And you can alternatively right click and you can rename right here, and we'll also change the colors. Let's grab a green here, and then let's change the color of this tab to a dark purple 1. Good old dark purple 1. As you can see, there's some other things that we can get into. We're not going to talk about these. It's a little bit more advanced, but we can protect or hide these as we see fit. Okay, let's talk about the top bar up here. So here we've got our menus, and you're probably familiar with these. It's kind of standard issue stuff. We've got File, Edit, View, Insert, Format, and these are spreadsheet specific menus, but they function like any menu you've seen on any computer UI anywhere. Lets you do certain things. Right below here, we've got this toolbar, and these are some of the more commonly used functions, or tools rather, for spreadsheets. So let's see if I've got something written here. Let's just write my name in this cell. Click enter, and there's my name. A little bonus tip here, you can grab this and resize that cell or that column, or you can double click and it'll auto resize it to however wide this is. But now that we've got something in this cell, we can come up here and do things like format it differently or change the font. I like this outfit font. We can change the boldness or the italicized nature of it. We can resize that again if we do any of that. We can strike through it if we want, and we can change the color. So all these are, standard issue formatting deals. If we click this 3-dot little line right here, this is just more options that are going to be unlocked here. We've got alignment options. We've got borders we can put around things. We've got the background color that we can put in that cell. And then we've got vertical alignment. So if we had a row that was taller, we could center that name in the cell just like that. Click the font size up, resize this, and there you go. There's some basic stuff you can do, but as you'll start to use spreadsheets, you'll find a lot of your tools that you use are just right here, a click away. Now there's shortcuts available also. That's outside the scope of this video, and that makes life a lot easier and faster. Let's just angle that up. That looks absolutely terrible, doesn't it? Undo. Now let's pop back up here, and the very first thing we should have done in the beginning was name our spreadsheet. Just like we named our sheets down here, we can actually name our spreadsheet up here. So we can just type in personal budget. Let's just put in an emoji. I don't know, something obnoxious like a stack of money. There we go. Press enter. And now we've got the name of our spreadsheet, which consists of 2 sheets down here at the bottom. We've got our budget and our categories, which we'll begin building here in the next section of the course. Let's talk about 2 more things in this module before we get into the actual nuts and bolts of beginning our personal budget. This table sidebar over here, depending upon when you watch this course, this may or may not still be popping up. Tables were released in Google Sheets in the spring or summer, I guess, of 2024. And ever since then, it's got this that pops up that lets you just select these different types of tables, because it wants us to know that, hey, we can put a table in automatically and we can format things as a legitimate table. We hadn't been able to do that in Google Sheets. This was a Microsoft feature only for a long time. So that's what this is. We're going to get rid of that. And let's see if I can get rid of that table I accidentally inserted as well. We're not going to use that. It can be helpful. It can be a good starter template, but we are, like we said at the beginning, learning the basics so that we know how to do these things on our own before we get into the automatically generated stuff. Number 2, let's talk about sharing and collaboration. This honestly is one of the reasons that our company chose to use Google Sheets over Microsoft Excel for our very specific small business purposes. Up here at the top, we have this blue share button, okay? And right now it's locked with this little lock icon, private only to me, it says. So I can copy this link, and if I open this in an incognito window, it's going to prompt me to sign in, and only I would be able to sign in and view that. If, however, we click the share button, well, check this out. Now I can share this with anybody I want to, okay? And once I share it with them, I can change how they are allowed to access it. So now I can say anyone with the link can view the spreadsheet or be a commenter so they can actually leave comments on it. Or heck, I just want to make them an editor of this sheet so they can actually come in and edit anything on the sheet unless I specify otherwise in the sheet itself and block off stuff that only I can edit, because I'm still going to be the owner, so I've still got that master control. Okay, once we do this and we invite, and let's just invite one of my other email addresses, we can say, hey, buddy, here's a sheet from the video course. We send that, then in email, that person is going to get this right here. And it'll give us a warning that this is a dynamic email. It contains stuff that can be changed dynamically. So it's going to say, hey, here's that sheet, and I'm going to open it up here. And actually it stayed in my regular account, but I can go over to my F&A Show account, and you can see that I can edit as F&A Show. Incidentally, that was the first podcast that I did back in 2006. It was called the F&A Show. In case you were wondering, I thought you might be. Okay, so that makes collaboration very easy and very, very useful in Google Sheets. Now stick around. We're going to get into building the personal budget in the next section right now.